Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Willa and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Willa is going to come home with her very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Willa is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training starts and stops. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Willa heel. Now, heeling is an important skill because it allows the dog to go on walks with the family, to get more exercise. And one of the things that we hear most often here is that I can't walk my dog anymore because they drag me down the street. So proper leash walking is maintaining pace with the trainer. If she speeds up or slows down, Willa should do the same. When Brandy stops, Willa's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So this makes walking her a pleasure. It makes her focused more on you than what's going on around her. And you never have to worry about being whipped out of your shoes or being pulled out into traffic. That she's always going to be right there at your left, under control like a lady. And when you stop your feet, she sits automatically without being told. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word, firm command to stay. The long sit-stay, when you're practicing at home, you can practice indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to work up to 3 minutes. When Brandy returned back to her, she walked all the way around her, and Willa remained seated until Brandy gave her the next command, and she told her to heel again. So this is all of your exercises in a drill form. We're going to be teaching you how to use these exercises in your everyday living situations. Brandy leaves her in another sit-stay, turns to face her, walks out to the end of the leash, has Willa hold this. This develops self-control and maturity. And this time, instead of returning to her, Brandy's going to call her. And this is your come on command. And she should come and sit right in front of you rather than coming and jumping all over you. And when you're working with her at home, make sure that you're not praising her if she puts her feet up on you. We brought out a blanket for her because Willa's always cold, and we don't want her to have to put her tender little tummy on the cold ground. It's chilly today for May. And Brandy's going to demonstrate that come on command again. You want to make that a happy command, and you want to have her come right in and sit. Good job. So when she's coming, if she's attempting to put her feet on you, it's no, Willa, sit. And then she gets praised. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So first of all, you always have your dog seated first. You're going to take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay you can practice indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to work slowly all the way up to 5 minutes. When Brandy returns back to her, she will walk it all the way around her, just as she did on the sit-stay. Returning back to heel, she stops at Willa's shoulders and then gives her another command. She's going to bring her back up to the blanket, which we've never used until today, by the way. Straight down toward the ground, down and stay. And again, with weimaraners, you know, they have very short attention span. This helps to develop focus and self-control. This time, Brandy will call her out of that. Good girl. We make it happy, but controlled. Everything is about self-control, paying attention, focus. Now, the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is probably the hardest, especially with Willa, because she's a crawler. You leave her in a sit-stay. You're going to turn to face her. You're going to use your right hand to give the command, and as you work forward with this, you're going to lengthen out your distance. Right hand straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. She looks like a cat ready to pounce on something, but she's down. Now, we have demonstrated for you all of Willa's formal on-leash obedience commands. She has done a great job, even though she's been just a tad challenging. That's okay, she can get up. But she's managed to master all of her commands. She's a very, very sweet girl. We've enjoyed having her. We'll answer any questions that you have when you come to pick her up, and you'll have a packet of information that we'll go over with you. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you on Mother's Day.